Hey, shalom, shalom, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. Um, you know, First and foremost, I want to say that, as a Nazari Jew, a Torah observant Jew who believes in Messiah Yeshua, that I don't necessarily recognize January 1st as the new year. There's the spiritual New Year and the Hebraic New Year. The Jewish calendar. That's what I go by. That's what I recognize as the years, as my years. But because most of us live in the land of exile. We don't live in Israel. Our lives are governed somewhat, whether we like it or not, by the secular calendar. You go back to school January 6th, and your work day is Monday through Friday, and so there's just a lot of things regarding the secular calendar that's just ingrained in our lives, and there's nothing we can do about it. So I'm not trying to promote the secular calendar in any way, but nonetheless, because we live in the land of exile, because of how things shift, the transference from December to January, there's changes that naturally come from all the way up in government, and it just kind of trickles down to us. We start things over. We go back to school for a new semester. We go back for a new go at our job or what have you. So there's a lot of things that start over and start new, whether we like it or not, whether we recognize this as a new year or not. So in my private times with Hashem, and just thinking and meditating and praying, and I just want to share with you the impressions that I'm getting about what this season that we're just walking into, what it's all about. Okay, I won't call it a year. I'll call it a season. Okay. And I'm no Nostradamus, and I'm not trying to say, oh, there's going to be a big fireball that falls from the sky, or we better get ready for this because I predict this is coming. No, I'm no Nostradamus. I'm not trying to, predict the future, say, what's going to happen as far as that goes. But on a personal, spiritual, individual level, this is kind of what I feel the season that we're walking into is all about. It's the thing that keeps going over in my mind is do or die, do or don't. Black and white. Now or never. Those are the phrases, those are the feelings, those are the things that keep going across my mind and my heart and my spirit. So I feel this is a season that that's either you do something or you don't. That it's do or die. I know I'm saying the same things over and over again. I just don't know how else to put it. It's like a season or a year of solidification, of determination, of making those transitions and those permanent changes in your life. There's different layers and facets and levels to our lives. Spiritually, mentally, physically, religiously, job-wise, education-wise, health-wise, family-wise. So whether you know what you want to do this year, what God has told you and called you to do this year. In your spirit what you need to do. And so what I'm saying is either you do it or you don't. There's no in between. There's no halfway going about it. You go at it with full force, with your heart, soul, mind, and strength, or you don't do it at all. Because if you do it halfway, you're going to fail. You're going to fall. You're going to fall by the wayside. You're going to be left in the dust. It's either perpetual motion, move forward, or stay stagnant, get left behind, and degrade and die. That's what it's all about this season. That's what it's all about this year. And there's a lot of mountains, a lot of impossible, insurmountable odds to the human eye and to the human intellect that we face, whether it be getting back in shape, getting back in better physical condition, eating kosher, eating more healthy, whether it's going back to school and getting yourself furthering your education or getting an education, whether it's getting a promotion or moving up in your job, whether it's starting a business, starting a ministry, whether it's these plans that you have for the ministry that the Lord has given you. It's either you're going to fulfill them or you don't. You're going to draw closer to your family and to your friends. It's a season of solidification, a season of of do or die. I just don't know how else to put it, and I just don't really know how else to say it to kind of get my heart and my feelings and my point across. You know, either you're going to have the determination and you're going to follow through and you're going to do it, or you won't. It's just like somebody getting pregnant. You can't be a little bit pregnant or somewhat pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not. You know, it's a very black and white defined thing. Many people are going to make a lot of decisions this season, and those decisions are going to have to be fast. It's not like you're going to have a long amount of time to mull over it or think it over or turn it over. There's opportunities that are going to become, and you got to seize it, and if you don't, it's going to pass you by, and you're not going to get another chance like that again. So you know, it's also a year of discernment. And how are you going to discern? It's getting closer to Hashem. You got to draw closer to Hashem to be discerning, to know what it is you have to do. So when these opportunities come, these decisions that need to be made, you'll know exactly what you have to do, and you'll do it. It's a season of confidence, of being confident in who you are and what you have been called to do and what you're supposed to do, whether it be in your your private life, your personal life, your family life, your work life, your religious life. And I know all these kind of mesh and blend and bleed into one another, but in all facets, in all levels and all layers, there's changes and decisions that are going to be made. And things are going to change on a governmental level, a social level, economic level, and we have to be prepared spiritually to be able to change with those times and change with those seasons and those things that come in a Torah acceptable manner. So, you know, this is a year that a lot's going to change. I know people say that every year. Oh, this is a year of change. This is a year of change. You know, well, you know, it is. Every year is a year of change. But it's almost as if God is speaking to me as far as this season, this secular year that we're going into, that the ball is in our court. You know, God has made the volley. He's made the serve. It's up to us. You know, God is giving you the calling. He's giving you the ideas. He's equipped you. So he's given you all that you need. So whether you carry it out, whether you do or die, is not on his shoulders whatsoever. It's totally up to you. It's your decision. And God will back you and strengthen you and solidify you and help you and push you along in that decision. But so I encourage you to move forward. I encourage you to do and not be afraid. You know, just like Israel entering the land where the giants were. The first generation said, "No way, we're scared." The second generation says, "Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to take it." They had to face those exact same giants that their parents before them refused to face. So, you know, put on your game face, put on your warrior face, put on your war paint, dress in your armor to the hilt, and step out, go out and fight, because you're going to win. God's going to push you through it. He hasn't brought you this far to turn back. He hasn't brought you this far to fail. So hopefully this message has been a pep talk and encouragement. I feel like we're kind of in a locker room. So, okay, everybody put your hands there. All right. Break. Okay, shalom. Shavua tov. Bye-bye.